Ooh, man. Wow, she really fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down, didn't she? Good lord. And you can't change the face, can you? Don't think so. Good grief. She's scary. Okay, I'm just going to accept that. I'm not going to even worry about it. I'm not going to level her up. Actually, are there any of these guys that I can level up? That's 30,000, 20,000. I've got a fair amount in the old Swiss bank account now, 178,000. This is the same Dynasty that I played through in the first series, so that's why we've got some cash in here. But I haven't leveled these guys up, so yeah, let's upgrade Placido. Uh, yeah, 50,000, 50,000. Yeah, I think that's probably, yeah, Alberto. Yeah, let's level up Alberto. He deserves it, why not? Okay, cool. Right, let's get the hell out of there. Right, let's get back to it. Alright, what do I want to do next? Oh, look, 27 citizens. Wow, oh, look at that cash coming in. 74, 77. Wow. Sweet. 80,000. Loving it. So the economy's really good. We've got some more tasks. Issue the wealth tax edict. Right, again, this is not a great one to do. You'll upset your wealthy people. So I'd prefer to upset the communists than upset the wealthy people. So I'm not going to do that. Excellent. And we don't have any open tasks now. Right, we can throw some more tenements in, I think. We're starting to get these built. Yeah. I'm not going to pop too many more in, but I want to use those. I want to use up that edict, get the most out of it. So all of these buildings are only costing us 50% of what they would normally cost. So let's bang bunch of these in there. Right, cool. Now that should, I'm thinking, probably take care of our homeless problem. And we've got generals. We've just finished researching. Good. Right, one thing I do want to do, I want to put in some more mansions. Okay, now before I do that, we can do some more research. So I'm going to take the customs office, then the jewelry factory, and then accounting. Although, to be honest, I don't know even if we'll get to putting in jewelry factories. It would be nice if we can, but we're kind of rattling through this. We'll be through into the next era pretty quickly, to be honest. I want to put in more mansions, but before I put in the mansions, I want to check the beauty in the area. So let's have a look. Right, this is not very beautiful down here, and I want to do something about that. So I'm going to go to, where are we? Entertainment and environment, and I'm going to put in, I think, a row of these nice gardens down the back of these mansions. Ooh, and it's making it all nice. And you know what? I'm going to put in a row down the back of these tenements. Ooh, and that's made things a lot nicer, which people will appreciate. Okay, so going back to residential, I'm now going to put a bunch of mansions down the back of where we've put these parks, because we've got a lot of rich people, and I'm hoping, and we'll see when we check the happiness after these get built. I'm hoping that putting in some extra mansions to accommodate some extra rich people is going to pay us some dividends in terms of happiness. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to put an extra 1 on the end of each one of these, I think. There and... yeah, there. Right, let's put in some roads for these peeps. So I'll put a road down there, and then hook that up to there. Sweet. Looking good. Now, I am considering running a road down here. Yeah, because I want to create like 2 main routes across the island to cut down on the congestion. So yeah, I'm going to hook that up to there. So people have got a couple of routes. I'm probably going to end up getting rid of these plantations completely at some point. And how are we doing? Yeah, we're down to only 20 open jobs. Right, we can start to think about putting in some more clinics, I think, and boost up that that healthcare. So let's take a look. Unemployed. Yeah, we've only got a couple of high school people unemployed. So I'm going to put in a few. I'll probably put in like maybe 4 clinics or something. Something along those lines. Went to the wrong tab. Where are we? Clinics. Okay, so... Oh yeah, I can fit a couple in there. And... 2 there. Yeah. I think I'll just put 2 up there, and I'll put 2 down this end. And where am I going to put? I think I'll put 1. Ooh, can I squeeze 1 in there? But you can't. Nah, too close to this cliff. I'm going to put 1 there, just behind these tenements for those guys, and we'll put 1 in. Oh, I can squeeze 1 in there. Oh yeah, that'll do nicely. Right. Okay, so that's an extra 4 clinics, which takes us, I think, up to 6 clinics. And if we're not sure, we can always go to buildings and where is it? Welfare and clinics 2, and we've put in 4. So yeah, so we've got 6 clinics. That's catering for up to 300 people. Remember, we're over 600, so we actually need double that to max out our healthcare. Right, we're up to 65%. Let's take a look at the happiness quickly. So, crime, excellent. Just putting in those 2 police stations. This is why I say putting in 2 police stations is a lot better than putting in, for example, 2 clinics. 2 clinics has only got our healthcare up to 21. 2 police stations has got our crime up to 81. Gives you a really good boost. So that's a good tip. Everything else is looking pretty cool. Our housing, we've got our homeless down by half. So hopefully once we get the rest of these tenements built, and especially those mansions, I think we should get back up over 70% again. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Oh, we've got another task. There's a little chime. You probably heard a little chime there. If you listen out for that, that's the indicator that there's a task. Have 20 soldiers. Okay, you know, I think we've got, yeah, we've got the cash coming in, so we can afford to start addressing our military, which is no bad thing. And, hang on, before I do anything, customs office. I'm going to make sure that I queue up the extra research, because I have a habit of forgetting. No, we've got it queued up. I've already done it. See, I forgot that I hadn't forgot. Cool. Right, in that case, good. We can go and do the military. So, barracks. I'm going to put a military base in, like in the middle of the island. And the reason I'm going to put it in the middle is you want to keep it as far away as possible from your residential areas, because putting in the army decreases the liberty of nearby housing. So we want it like, yeah, as far away from them as possible, right? But if we put it in the center of the island, then like wherever we get invaded from, our army's going to be in the middle of the island ready to respond to it. So I think it's probably a good idea. So what I'm going to do now, bear in mind, this is we're not using high school. We're using illiterate workers for our soldiers. So I think what I'm going to do is bang in like, can I get 4 barracks across there? 3. Yes, I can. Okay, cool. That works nicely. I think what we'll do, we'll put in 4 barracks, and we'll look at putting in some army bases. Now I'm going to remember to go to the basic tab and up the budget. Cool. Right, now barracks. Let's go to military and look at barracks. Barracks are eight people, so that's like 32 workers we need to fill those. And if we look at our population again, right, we're at 30. We're adding 32. Right, so if we get another boatload in, another boat load of immigrants, you know, sort of around the 23, 26 kind of area, then we're going to be looking in good shape. And it's another 15. Don't know why that's kind of low. Oh, look at this. Over 100k now. That's just gone from 0 to 120k in just a few seconds. That's how good our economy is. Oh, and I'd just remind you guys that we're running on the hardest settings. You know, this is the hardest economic settings and the hardest political settings. And we're flying.
I'm sorry.
Customs office. Okay, now this is going to make things even better.
The sun, the beach, the surf,
Hello,
and
Lulu.
your pet alligator are way more important than material wealth. Still, it is nice to know that Tropico is financially secure at the moment.
Cool, excellent, thank you, Lily. Right, I don't know where we can put this customs. Oh, it'll fit there. I was going to put another Teamsters, but yeah, that'll do. Yeah, okay. Right, customs office. You know what? We've got. Like, I'm going to quick build this just for the. I wouldn't normally, but like for you guys, just to move things along a bit. Right, let's up the budget on that. Get some people working there. Now, upgrades. These are both awesome upgrades. This decreases the price of import trade offers. Now, I'm going to take that and I'm going to go and look at the trade, and I'll show you what the impact of that is. This special tax generates money into the Swiss bank account, and it's just like for the cost of 4,000, it's awesome. So just do that. Right, now let's go and have a look at the trade, and I'm guessing that we'll start to find. You know how it's like kind of rare to find import deals that are cheaper than the default price. Once you put that customs office in and upgrade it, right, okay, so this one, logs, at a price of 412, the default price is 615. I mean, you could just import these and export them at the default price, and you're making money, and you're making like 50%. Right, so it really does have a huge impact. So when, like, if we were going to put steel in, right, and we wanted to import iron and coal, right, this is cheaper than the default price, awesome, and it's an unlimited amount, right, it's not like a 5-year contract or anything, that's just like permanent. Iron, right, this is cheaper than the default price, so we could import iron and coal, and not have to worry about the mines, not have to worry about depleting the mines, and boom, have a steel economy. So you know what? What the hell? I'm going to put 2 ships on coal. I'm going to put 2 ships on iron. Cool. So that's going to start bringing that in. And what the hell? I'm going to put in a steel mill. Where's industry? Okay, right. Now, where on earth can I put this? That's the only question. Now, I could put it there, and then I could run a road from here down here. That's actually not a bad plan at all, because it's gonna keep the traffic off these roads, or I would hope it would. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to spin it round and put it that way, if I can. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Right, let's put a road in. From the entrance, just straight down to here. You know, I'm going to bend it round. Less junctions. Less junctions is good. Alrighty, and I'm going to actually prioritise that, I think. Am I going to prioritise that? No, I'm not, because it's going to take a month or two to start getting those imports coming in. We are actually producing iron. We've got an iron mine over here, right? But the fact that I'm importing it, if I've got excess iron, I'm making a profit on it anyway. So, oh, we've got a mandatory election. I'm going to go with... Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch from Alberto to Placido. Placido has got the magnet ability. What that means is that mines deplete more slowly, which is definitely a good thing. So I kind of like using him. Oh, 25 citizens have arrived. So how are we doing now? We've got 26 unemployed. We've got only 16 open jobs. Right, we've got the factory going in, which adds a bunch of jobs. So, yeah, everything's looking nicely balanced. Right, customs office, that's full of people. Ah, we're doing pretty well here, guys. We could do with a few more people in the dry dock. How are we doing? Let's just check the factory. So that's full of people. That's full of people. We still need a few in here. How are our... Let's go and have a look at our schools. 13 of 15, that's good. Graduates 55. I find having 2 high schools seems to be about, like for the setup that I've got, seems to be pretty optimal. Because you always seem to have like more students than 2 schools can handle, but not enough for 3. So I would go with 2 schools, 1 college. It seems to work pretty well. But like 36 graduates from there, and what did I say with this one? 57 graduates from here, which is pretty good going. Okay, now I'm just looking at our happiness. Our happiness has come down. Why has our happiness come down? Housing has gone up. We're at 78 homeless. I could put the bananas back in, or fish or something, and up the food variety and get a bit more out of that. Healthcare's coming up slowly. I don't know why this is down to 55 at the moment, to be honest. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Healthcare should be starting to come up a little. Ah, you know what? You know what it is? These things haven't been built yet. That's why.
Presidente, we have made a major...
Ooh, shiny. Now we can do, if we want, jewelry. And that is like really, really seriously tempting. Because we've got a couple of gold mines working. There's one over there. There's one over there. Oh, I'm like so tempted to do that. I'm going to put some army bases in here with some tanks when this gets built. How are we doing for people? Yeah, we're kind of okay until this stuff gets built. Yeah, all of the tenements have got built. Yeah, I think we can win without cheating. 1 month we're 5% up. 10% on the overall result. It's looking pretty darn promising. Cash is great. Woohoo! We won the election. Yay! And man, once the steel gets going, woohoo!
I want to dedicate this next song to my ex-boyfriend Reggie, who left me to join the army because I quote, "They'll treat me better than." I am truly sorry for that unfortunate shopping trip, Reggie. Wherever you are now, at least you won't get bitten by an alligator.
Oh, now look at this. We had 2 people died from starvation. Okay, now we could start growing some food. But you remember what I was telling you when we were looking at the economy about corn and stuff like that? You're much better off importing it, really. So you know what? I'm going to look and see what we can import. We're actually growing some pineapples. I want new food sources. Right, this is cheaper than the default price. So I'm going to have one ship bringing in some fish. See, look, I can bring it in at 270. I could export it at 636 if I wanted to. I mean, you could do like just an import-export business. Corn. Yeah, that's below the default price. Right, well, you know what? I'm going to put a couple of ships importing corn. Bringing in corn is good. And bananas, yeah, that's cheaper as well. So I'm going to put a ship on there. So that's going to bring us in two more food sources, which will increase happiness, and it's going to bring in a whole bunch of corn, which is nice for when we get to the situation where we like want to upgrade ranches and stuff like that. So, do I want to? Oh, those are already done, right? But when we get to the point of upgrading these to like farms and things, the factory farming. Okay, so cash is still good. And here we go. Yeah, now stuff's getting built. Those clinics and whatever are taking effect, and our happiness is going up. Let's have a look. That healthcare number's going to start going up. Everything else is looking pretty good. Housing's up to 42, which is good. Homeless is down to 60. I could look at putting in some more housing. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I've been meaning to do this for a while, actually. I want to knock these 4, or is it 5? 5. These 5 houses down. Because of the way they were aligned, it's really annoying. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some mansions in, so that we can have a few rich people living over here. Which I think is no bad thing. Especially like near the palace. That's what you want. Right, so let's bang some mansions in here for some more rich folks. Let's check the old beauty quickly. Ooh, it's not very beautiful there, is it? So, oh, banks are unlocked. That's a nice thing. And what we're going to do, we're going to put in some nice parks around here. So I'm going to pop in a couple of parks there. And come on, allow me to pop some parks in here. Yeah, here we go. We're starting to make this a bit nicer around here. It's still a bit ugly, which is not that great. What's this? This is a corn plantation. Ooh, you know what? Let's get rid of that. Now that we're importing corn. Don't need that. That'll free up some workers. And now we can put in some nice parks along here. Which is way, way nicer than a horrible, ugly plantation. Okay, cool.
And the French nation.
Oh, they're happy with us. We can. Oh, let's take +10 ally relations. And I've got a couple more tasks. Have 2 barracks. Oh, I've already got 4. Send a dynasty member and an army to support either the allies or the Axis. Let's support the allies, I think. Go on, Gracia. She's the military type. Right, let's take this task. Increase the number of hired managers by 1. Now, this is something that, you know, managers is a real bit of micromanagement. I find it, to be honest, to be a bit of a pain. But it really is worth, with your factories, doing it. So, now, the ones that you want to look out for are things like Mentor, which increases not only the effectiveness of the building you put the guy in, but all the buildings around it. The one which I think is actually better than that is Foreman. This just increases the effectiveness by 10, but it does reduce the job quality, right? So if your happiness is like over 60, I'd say, yeah, bang in the Foreman. If you're struggling with happiness, go for Mentors. So let's put a Foreman in here, which will increase the textiles, which is sweet. And I'm going to put in, I think in this one, I'm going to put in a Mentor, because it'll boost all of these. So let's hire him. Good. So we've got a Mentor in that one, and we've got a Foreman in that one. Now, in the steel mill, when that gets built, You'd probably, to be honest, want to put in maybe an environmentalist and cut down on the pollution, because these are a bit nasty. And we're not like that far away from the housing, so it's probably a good idea. We could add a few more parks along here to increase the beauty, or maybe put in like a row of tenements and put some parks behind it or something like that. We've still got space. Right, we only had one starvation death last year, and we've got those additional resources coming in that we set up on our trade routes, so we shouldn't have any issues from that. Cash is looking good. Oh, we're up to 69% now. That's sweet as. Our cash should... Oh, I've got 17,000 in there, 18,000 in there. So yeah, so well over 100,000 again. Right, let's do a bit more military, I think. Let's check our population. Yeah, we've only got 12 open jobs. We've got 23 unemployed, which is beautiful. So, military. And we're going to put in army bases. Get a few tanks. I like tanks. So I'm thinking we put in like 1, 2, and 3, 4. And I'm putting them in a line like this. Again, just to keep them as far away from the housing as possible. So I'm just... Now, 4 lots of tanks, 4 lots of infantry. There are some invasions which are going to be coming up at the end of this World War era, and this should be enough to deal with that. Oh, there's one thing. There's an upgrade on the palace that we should take. The personal death squad, which is gives us elite infantry. It gives us commandos instead of elite infantry, which I think is kind of nice. I just like having a personal death squad. Like, wouldn't you? Hell yeah. Right, let's take this task. Build ranches of all types. Now, we've got, I think, 2 of the 4. Yeah. Like, am I going to do that? Yeah, probably not, to be absolutely honest. Now, what's this? This is, right, this is the end of the era, pretty much. We need to sign treaties with the Axis and the Allies. Okay, well, how do we do that? Right. Let's take this task. Export 10,000 rum. Oh, that's not going to take very long. Right, what these are going to be. One of these is going to be go into an alliance with the Allies, and one is going to be the Axis. I think I've got a sneaking suspicion this is the Allies one. Oh, it's just sending an ambassador, which we want to do to both. Right, now...
Their bags the whole time I was trying to negotiate.
Shush. Right. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I should have waited until these got built, because ideally I would prefer an invasion and deal with the invasion rather than carry over a -20 penalty to foreign relations in the next era. But you know what? We don't have enough military to deal with this, I don't think. So I'm going to take the immigrants and the penalty. Damn it. That's annoying. That was my bad. Don't do that when you do this, or if you do this, if you play along or whatever. Make sure you've got your military built before you take these red tasks. Right, let's send an ambassador to these guys. The Allies have agreed to have a treaty with us, so what we'll need to do is actually sign an alliance. Oh no, I think actually we're already done. But before that happens, I'm going to throw in... where's our embassies? Ah, I've lost it. Foreign relations, here we go. I'm going to throw in quickly a couple of embassies. Now, normally, when I've done this before... Oh, yeah, no, we're done, guys! Normally, you get tasks telling you to build embassies and invite the... one of the major powers and all that kind of stuff. We didn't get that little chain, so we never got the embassies. But there you go. I mean, we've kind of flown through that. Oh, Lulu.
The times are a-changing, and it's Cold War time, people. Well, I don't know what that means, but it It's always hot here on Tropico, so I guess we'll be fine.
I did like that little at the end. Okay, 30 citizens. Man, we're really pulling in the people. Okay, we're into the Cold War era. As you can see, we really flew through that. Our economy was great all the way through. I mean, we ended up at the end of it with like 100,000, and the cash is rolling in now nicely. We ended up with like over 70% happiness, and like I said, just to remind you, we are playing on the hardest settings, so bit of a walk in the park. I'm going to leave it there. I will see you next time, and we'll get into the whole Cold War era thing. I'll see you then.